I'm going to walk you through performing a price exchange. For example, a customer purchases a product a few days ago for $200, and in the next day or two the item goes on sale for $150. The customer comes back into the store and requests that they get a refund for the difference between the price, and you agree to do that. So how would you do that? Well, go ahead and go to a new transaction. We'll choose the associate as usual. Now, if you know the item, you can go ahead and input that or scan it or look it up. Now, by default, when you list an item, the type is sale. I'm going to go ahead and choose item type return. And for the purposes of our demo, I am going to assume that you do know the original sale transaction that you are going to be refunding this amount against. Now you can search by date range. If you knew the receipt number, you can key that in, or if you know the customer's last name, you can do that. For my purposes, I'm just going to do a search, and Prism is going to return every sales transaction within this date range that has that item on it. So I'm going to say that it's this one, maybe not with this customer, but with this transaction that didn't have a customer. I'm going to choose the return reason. Now notice down here at the bottom you do have one item on the receipt, and you have a quantity of one which was sold, and so there's still one unit available to return because it hasn't been returned yet. I'm going to go ahead and choose to return the item. Notice there's a check mark there. I'm going to choose return to document. That item is now listed as a return with the original price at which it was sold. I'm going to enter that item in a second time, and notice this time it's added again with the default type of sale. I'm going to go ahead and choose discounts, price. It was originally $140, although now it would have scanned at the new discounted price. But if it wasn't, I'll go ahead and say, well, now this is selling for $100. Choose the discount reason, sale. You can just choose OK, but for demonstration purposes, I'll click apply so that we can see the discount right here. I'll choose OK. Now notice that you have a sale and a return. You're returning this unit into inventory at a price of $140, and then you're selling it back out of inventory again at the lower price of $100 in my example. The difference is $45.20. Now, if I attempt to return this, Retail Pro is going to warn me that I do require a customer in order to process this return. Now, if this customer wasn't listed in the first place or doesn't exist in your database, you can do a search for them, but let's just assume that they're not in the system. We'll go ahead and choose New. Now, first and last name is the minimum information that's required. We do recommend that you take as much information as you can about the customer, especially their email if you can have it. You shouldn't have to make this change, but I do prefer to have this set to global. We'll choose Save. And now I'll be able to go ahead and refund this to the credit card. Now in my example, I'm not using an integrated payment system. Normally what would happen is you would hit Give, and that would light up your Cayenne device. In this example, I'm going to manually choose the card type, and I'm going to go ahead and refund the amount to that card type, and I'm going to choose Update Only. That's it. You have refunded the amount to the customer's card.